Hi, this is my first attempt of sanding back the door windows, as I'm calling them. I'm sure they've got a proper name. One of the other things I have done to kind of show how good the sander is that I'm using is I will be doing the windows around the outside shed, and literally, because the paint's already flaked off, by sanding it back with an electric sander, it literally came off within, we're talking seconds. Whereas obviously there is a major differentiation between sanding something where it's just coated in paint and obviously sanding back a piece of wood that is covered with a lot of varnish or wood sealer in order to make these doors weatherproof, because they are off a narrowboat. So again, bit of a useful tip here, that if you are going to be doing a job like this, think about the aftercare, but also, it's not something you want to be doing like every 6 months or every year if you can get away with it. So use the right kind of tools and equipment for the job. So this is how far I've got so far, and I will continue doing so until I either can't do it anymore or I have another prior engagement. Another reason why in the past, anyone who has seen any of my videos, I don't tend to use a lot of heavy machinery. Anyone, obviously, if you are using something like an electric sander, please think about, where are you doing this? I'm doing this outside, so it's in a wide open space. Also, make sure you are using gloves, ear protection, and also eye protection, and maybe even a face mask. Now, one of the reasons why I don't particularly like using heavy duty equipment is because there is a condition called rapid white finger that people may or may not be aware of. And anyone who obviously works in an industry where you're using heavy duty tools and equipment, which you can probably hear in the background, that is somebody cutting up, I think it's slabs on one of my neighbour's drives. And if you're constantly using those things, even when you stop using them, even now I can actually feel the vibrations in my hands. So you do need to be vigilant when using any heavy duty or even just stuff, you've brought from your local DIY store. Read the instructions, read the labels, and be vigilant. And most of all, listen to your own body. If at any point, you're not feeling too great, or you're feeling achy, or, your ears are starting to ring, that could potentially be a sign of tinnitus. If your fingers start to go numb, things like that. These are all things you need to be vigilant of. And again, dust, you don't want to be breathing it in to your lungs, because again, it could potentially not kill you, but over long periods of time to exposure to things like dust particles on a wider scale could potentially cause breathing difficulties or long-term health problems. So please be vigilant. I'm not saying don't go out and do some DIY. Everybody should learn how to do some things for themselves, but at the same time, be safe. Okay? So once again, I'd love to hear any feedback you've got, and it would be very much appreciated. Thank you.